Join us, MrTruck.com, for truck reviews, trailer reviews, and accessory reviews.
Don't go away, MrTruck.tv. We'll be right back.
Mr. Truck here. Well, normally I'm Kent with Mr. Truck, and usually I'm doing truck, trailer, and accessory reviews. But today is more of a day in the life of Mr. Truck. We're going to run around today. My granddaughter Symphony and her dad David are coming with me, and we're going to go buy her a new Corolla in Denver. She had a head-on with a deer up in Nebraska, totaled out the deer, totaled out her dad's car. So it's time for her to get her own car. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to head up to the high country, get in Denver, and scout out all the deals, trying to find a 2020 Toyota Corolla, get some of that zero interest thing going on. So that's the mission. But before I go pick them up, we're at my new doctor's office. Yes, I'm an old man. I need a doctor. Always need a doctor. And I've had a really good one for several years, but the insurance keeps changing, and I moved. So I got to find a new doctor, new hospital. So that's what we're doing, out to find that new person. And I've been looking around for 6 months. 6 months, hardly anybody would take new patients because of COVID, and that's caused problems. So, you know, I do all my research, figure out what insurance will work, and I need to get to see a few specialists. You know, I'm getting old. I'm 63. I've got like 6 medicines I have to take every day, and I'm sure I'll get a couple more today. And I'll probably be some blood tests. You know, as always, they like to do that, and EKGs. So we're going to find all that out and see what specialists I need to see. But yeah, I've been trying to find doctors, and it's not easy. They're not wanting to see you, and they're not wanting to take on new patients. But I found a place not too far from where I live that's taking new patients, and she likes horses, so this should work out really well. Now, I was trying this, you know, clear back in March, trying to find a doctor, and there was none available. I only found one. And I did a background check like you're supposed to and figure all this stuff out, and new doctors are important. I needed to get all information I can. So I did a background check, and the state she just came from, there was some charges about, or at least some allegations about a nymphomaniac. And I don't know medical terms, so I've got to look that up. But anyway, it sounded kind of weird. And so I decided to skip that one and find out what that's about. But anyway, so now I'm to this new doctor. How good everything is, and hopefully I get to see a cardiologist eventually here, maybe next week, and check out the old ticker, see if there's warranty still on it or not. And we'll keep working on this, but that's what I'm doing right now, going to see my new doctor, and then it's off to get David and Symphony and head to Denver and get that new car. So we'll show you all the highlights of what's going on today in my life with Mr. Truck. Back in the saddle again. Just saw my doctor. She said I'm not going to die today unless I'm in an accident. So we're trying to figure out how I can get more energy so I can go out and chase wild women. No, I probably won't do that. But anyway, my doctor has a horse, so we've been horsing around, and all the interns that they have to come check you out. So you end up seeing a lot of people. Car shopping. That's always fun to go car shopping. Yes, it's an enjoyable thing. Hey, here we are on our way to Denver to get the Symphony new car. That's where this all started, is Symphony and a deer had a head-on, and the deer didn't have an airbag, and so things kind of went wild, and both animals, both the car and the deer are gone forever. So we need a new car, and that was David's car, so you need a new car too. Should we get you one while we're up here?
Not yet.
I think you should order a new Bronco or something.
Would love a new Bronco.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I would too.
They're going to be insane.
Yeah, that would only be like 3 times the payment you might make on this. And you want a Toyota Corolla? Well, that's a good car. I mean, nothing wrong with it. They were like one of the first cars to come over from Japan. I think they're all made here now. But yeah, that's a good car. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, you can look up Consumer Reports. You can look up a lot of stuff. And the Toyotas do really well on longevity. So if you plan on keeping it a long time, nothing wrong with that. Now, of course, what you're looking for, we're going to go to Denver look for a 2020 because they got the zero interest and all the rebates and stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully there's enough car colors that you like, because that's always the problem when at the end of the season is, you know, getting exactly what you want. So we'll find out. But we're Going to Denver, did some homework, find out where most of the 2020s are. There's like 4 big dealers in Denver. And then the formula Dave and I talked about was, you know, you take a used one, maybe a 2-year-old one at $15,000, figure out 6% interest, whatever down payment, what your payment is. You take a new one, you got 2 choices. You can go 0 interest on 60 months and decide what you want to put down. You take that payment, that's number 2. And then the third payment is, you know, taking a new one, getting a rebate of $2,000 and say a 6% interest. So those 3 numbers, you calculate out which one came out to be the best payment.
0%.
0% on a new one. Okay, well that's how I do things. It's like a Ben Franklin close. You put the reasons why on this side, the reasons why not on that side, and whatever one fills up the most, that's your decision. Ben Franklin close. Got to remember that. Ben Franklin. So, Symphony, you like that blue one, huh?
Yes, but it was white interior. And I'm
Yeah.
messy person.
And that's weird. Yeah, hopefully they got that wrong, because that's kind of an unusual interior. The one when I read the
Yeah,
description,
could
it
be,
said
you never
gray.
know.
It said gray, and I thought, well, that's not gray, but we'll find out. So we've got probably 3 places we can go. We'll go to the one of the most 2020s first, if that's what you want to do. And then, you know, figure out all your
What's
stuff.
that one? The mountain?
Mountain State.
Yeah, Mountain States looks like the first one we're going to go to, and that's the closest one to in Denver. It's right off I-25 and 76, so this road will take us almost there.
That one's by the mall, right? Or no, that one's not by the one by the mall.
No, the one Stevenson's the one by the mall, the Flatirons or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
I just remember looking up one online and it said it was by the mall.
Yeah,
That's
that
why I knew
was-
where it was.
Yeah, that was Toyota West, and then there's, you know, Lakewood, and there's Auto Nation down south in Arapahoe Road and all that. So anyway, we've done our homework. We know what we're going to do, so we'll go see if we can't tackle one of those salespersons, and maybe we'll torture them, drag them behind the car. Now we won't do that.
We could.
We could.
Well, you guys can go to prison and I'll be driving my new car.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah, I've sold cars for 10 years, so hopefully I'll remember all the tricks of the trade, and we'll see if we can't get you the best deal in Denver. That's the goal. We'll go meet a few people, but everybody gets their own opinions, you know, on these things, and it's always good to do your research. With the internet, there's no way you can't find out everything you want to know online. So
I
that's
really like the way those new Broncos look.
yeah.
But they're gonna be nuts. Like they're gonna be really expensive.
Yeah, I would love to do that too, but I
Have you
mean,
seen the colors?
yeah, I've seen all the stuff there is to see on those, and they've got, you know, new models. They're even talking about, what was it? Somebody just they just did a trademark on one more name for the Bronco package.
If you have a short bed truck, you know it's not easy to hook up to a gooseneck. Pop-Up came out with these extensions from 9 inches to 16 inches to keep you from breaking out your back window when you're pulling a gooseneck trailer. And everybody uses a short bed. That's the most proper truck there is a crew cab short bed. So protect that window.
Test driving it.
Oh yeah, well I got a whole baggage
Oh
to max.
no, I'm nervous about test driving it in Denver. Me
Oh,
physically driving it in Denver, because driving in Denver scares
oh.
me.
You don't have to drive it.
I mean, I guess not. I guess you could test drive it and I'll just sit there and wiggle with the like gadgets and stuff. But
Well, so you're saying that the other people in Denver should be nervous because you're test driving. Are you saying you're nervous?
yeah,
Okay.
true.
People in Denver should be scared.
Well, that's. I mean, yeah, you get what you want. And that's, see, if we lived in Denver, they would deliver it to your house. But we don't live in Denver. We live, 100 and some miles away. But I'm sure if you want to, we can take it to your dad or I can drive it to a Walmart parking lot that's empty, or maybe a fairgrounds, and get you some room just to maneuver it. I mean, the only thing weird about that.
I don't drive at any point in Denver. Like, it's not even the car. Like, I just literally, like, driving in Denver scares me like so much.
Well, we can get 76 right next to. We can get further out of the country, but the only thing I want you to understand, feel about how it drives, it's got a CVT, constant velocity transmission, which means it's got a big belt like combines did. So you may not even hear it shift or feel it shift. It's different. And on some vehicles it works fine. Some vehicles, I've been in some Jeeps, some Compasses and stuff that really with a weird shift where you just, until you let up the gas, it never shifted or whatever, or the belt expanded. I mean, that's what a lot of your Polaris Razors, your snowmobiles, a lot of that, actually most of your ATVs are that way. The Honda's still got a transmission that shifts. That's like, well, we buy Hondas. because of that, but everybody else has gone to a belt, even Yamaha. But geez, I'm gonna be weaving in and out of traffic all day at the rate this is going. But anyway, yeah, we do whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, we can probably try to find some place where you can get a feel for it, because I know the transmission is going to be different, and it's something you got to get used to. But I mean, Toyota's believes in that transmission. They're putting it in their hybrids. They're putting it in their SUVs. It's all over the place. So there may be nothing wrong with it. Plus, you're going to have the warranty at least be 3 years, 36. Hopefully, it's longer than that.
Yeah.
And you and your dad can decide if you want to get extended warranties or if you want to get the gap insurance. I don't get either one of those, but then that's my choice. But the warranty, you don't
What's
get.
the gap again? I don't remember.
That means the resale value will stay like what you owe or whatever. You don't just, cause some vehicles drop like a rock, some don't. So it's really important on leases because, you know, you don't want, you want to be able to guarantee the residual value, the future value of it. So gap insurance fills it in what, if you were to have a crash, total it out, the difference between market value and what your insurance is going to pay. Sometimes there's a gap in there. I mean, your dad likes it and that's great for him. I don't ever buy it. But see, too, the warranties, what you understand about extended warranties, you don't have to buy that until the other warranty is up, whether it's 36,000, whatever it is. You don't have to make a decision now. You can make that decision, get closer like mine. Now my truck's got 33,000, 3,000 miles, part of the warranty be over. So I got to decide at some point. Some diesels that had a lot of problems, sometimes it's a good idea, but don't worry about the insurance. Plus, you can go shop in your credit unions. You can shop everywhere for that extended warranty if you want one.
The phone call that I got on the way up to Brush, and I said 4-letter words and hung up on them.
Oh, it's because they go
That's
like,
what it was for. It was for an extended warranty on the car that just got
that's
wrecked.
gone. Yeah, yeah.
I get those all the time too, and I'm like, I don't even own.
I know. I get one on Saabs and Nissans that I don't have, which is crazy. It's a crazy world. But anyway,
we taught this stuff in school. Like you don't learn about like these things, like adult things in school. Like,
well, you know, and it's tough. That's why you got to have, you know, your adult friends take you to help you and answer questions for you, and it's tough, you know. And that's what I wrote in the book that Andre and I wrote, the Truck Nuts. That's what we talk about is salespeople, leases, buying, all the stuff, and you know, hopefully it'll go smoothly because they are getting better. It was really weird. Toyota was one of the worst because they didn't have the CSI index or all those things that GM and Ford and Ram had, to where if they didn't treat you right when they gave you the survey, you could give them a bad score, and that would hurt some of their incentives that they get paid for the factory. Toyota never had that. Now they may have it now, but back when I was a broker for AAA, you know, the Toyota dealers could really rip your heads off, and they didn't care because they didn't get fined for it. Toyota didn't do anything to them. Hopefully that's changed. That was years and years ago, like 15 years ago. Yeah. So hopefully Toyota has some kind of a program to where they survey you a month from now, and if you don't like what they did to you, you can say that in a survey, and the dealership can get hurt, but we'll find out. Because they'll really be sweet to you if that's the case, where that future survey can harm them. They'll be super nice to you, but you know, you'll tell if they don't have it. But that's something I don't know. I didn't even think to look that up on the internet, but you'd find it on the internet if they have some kind of a CSI. All the companies have a different name for it, but it's Customer Service Index with, I think that's a GM term. But yes, indeed, it's always fun and exciting to go to the big city and buy a car.
I haven't been to Denver in so long.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Denver forever either.
Yeah. Well, I used to go to Denver. Well, I still go to Denver quite often, but I have to go to the airport. But I live out in the wilderness, way out in the middle of nowhere, where the bald eagles and the bobcats and the pronghorn antelope all play. So that was one of the symphony. I mean, you had the Chevy truck you guys drove today. I guess your dad will be driving that for a while, but you were in Fort Morgan. You got T-bowed in that thing, and you know, what do you think about the safety of a truck versus a car? I mean, you had a body on frame, and it didn't hurt even damage your truck, did it?
I definitely do agree. I do think that Chevys or not Chevys, but like pickups are probably safer.
Well, I've always thought that, but the crash tests are really good on cars because they got all those airbags, they got all that safety stuff. But yeah, I mean, I like a frame underneath me when I get ran into, but I don't
But
get
you
accidents.
also risk roll, like you have a higher chance of rolling a pickup though.
Oh, really? Because the center of gravity's that much higher? It could be. It could be.
I
But
don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I've heard.
yeah, if you look at just the crash ratings now, like the Ford, like this truck here, this has got a 5-star crash rating. The Ford that does the best. And Toyota's, the truck's like one of the worst for crash ratings, which is kind of bizarre. Because their cars do well, but yeah, it's interesting how they rate all that stuff. But I've seen my brother totaled out of 150, getting hit on a trailer, and he did fine. Yeah, so yeah. So you went from a Chevy GMC truck to another Chevy GMC truck. Now you're going to a Toyota. So you're the new modern woman who doesn't care what brand as long as it's the best you can get. That's a good idea, because a lot of people, they'll buy what their great grandfather did or their grandfather, even if he was in a mental institution, they want to buy what he bought. And I'm so glad to see people start to actually think and compare. All that makes such better. It's better for the trucks, because that's how you buy. By after you do your research, you don't just buy by what some relative did. You buy by what you think and what you found out, and that's going to improve everything. It'll improve your own life. It'll improve the how well vehicles are made. So, and people have always regarded Toyota and Honda as the high end that were made to last a long time. I've always had ladies, when I go to those horse expos and give speeches, tell me that if Honda made a dually diesel, they'd buy it. So yeah, it's interesting. But I know the American vehicles have gotten better. They've had to get better, and they're getting better crash ratings. And you know, so many things they have on them, it's hard to even crash them. You got things that'll steer for you. You got all these things that warn you, that brake for you, and it drives you nuts, because the car wants to drive itself almost. But anyway. That T-bone thing is a hard place to get hit.
Well, I was going straight, and they hit me from like they were turning left, and I was going straight, so I was supposed to go first. And I think it was like someone that just got their license, like literally the day before. Yeah. And so I don't think he knew the rules of driving. Well, that happens. That's, you know, like my daughters. We got them escorts, because we knew they'd be disposable after all the accidents. They did held up really well. That one got crashed like 3 times. But,
Lexus.
Yeah, and they both had escorts, and I thought they were a good car, but they survived all the accidents they went through. But that's pretty common, and that's why it's so hard. I don't know when people would buy a 16-year-old a brand new car, but they do it. Yeah. I guess sometimes it's for the safety part of it, but you know they're going to have a couple accidents. That's just how it happens, especially in heavy traffic in these cities. I'm so glad that I learned to drive in the country. I'm glad you boys learned to drive in the country. Yeah. And I don't know, where'd you learn to drive? Did you learn to drive before Morgan, or where'd you learn all about it? Symphony?
Out by the
Akron.
Oh, well, you drew, but that means you started in the country. That's a good safe place to be.
I used to take her and Aurora, her cousin, out by the airport with my GMC.
Yeah.
That like same road, and then it was sketchy because there's that hill. You couldn't ever see like if anyone was coming, and I would get so freaked out every time I had to turn around there.
Oh yeah.
It was like a T at the end. Didn't it T? It T's at the end, right?
Well, it goes in a square, but yeah.
Well, that's the scary part of learning to drive, is the hills and the curves. The curves always bothered me when I was little.
Oh, me too.
Learning to drive.
I would get so freaked out. I remember when I was doing driver's ed, and I had to drive around with this lady, and she made me take this windy road because she knew I hated curves. She made me take this really, really windy road. And I was like...
Well, that wasn't nice.
Yeah, I know. She like knew I hated curves, so she purposely like forced me to drive on this curvy road.
Yeah.
That is a little rude now that I look back, but
yeah.
She wasn't also a very nice lady.
Well, your dad and I learned to drive when we were about 9. I think you were about 9 when you started following me in the tractor and the pickup.
Yeah.
You did really good.
Was it a little Mazda pickup?
Well, yeah, we had a Mazda, we had Toyota, we had everything. Yeah. We had a Ranger too. I think you drove that Ranger quite a bit back then. But yeah, that's how it is in the country. You end up doing work with it when you're little. And you guys were driving the 110 dually. We were fixing fence. You and Eric pushing on the clutch so you get it to start. I'd see your 2 heads bobbing up and down above the steering wheel.
It's too bad we didn't have video coverage of that one.
I know. There's so many pictures. I wish I would have. You guys were little, but oh well. I got some of you guys sitting on the wool bags up on the trailer.
Yeah.
That's in my office.
You know, I was able to find that picture on the internet.
Yeah, you told me that.
But then I went back and tried to find that picture, and I can't find it now. I don't know why. But
Yeah, that's that 77 Chevy 1-ton,
yeah.
454, 456 rear end.
They
That
were
thing was
tiny.
farm with that. Yeah, you were, 'cause you guys were sitting up on the bull bags up on the deck of the trailer.
Yeah.
For model. Oh, you excited, Symphony? We're here.
Oh my
We're here.
So excited. He brought the
I gotta get it down.
Oh, we don't have time to go to the bathroom. We're on a mission. We're on a mission from God.
This is a Camry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they are bigger if you get real close to them. They look
Oh,
bigger.
she is way too much for me.
Yeah,
That's how much she is.
that's a Camry too.
It's 27.
Oh my
Oh man, this white one here.
Oh, that's a hybrid.
Oh wow, cool. Well, maybe they are all inside.
But I don't want to, I just don't want to get
That's a Camry. So
Yeah.
where do we see that one? Is it over here?
We didn't see one.
Oh, I thought we saw one.
No, we thought that
one
was one, but
Okay, Symphony. What do you think? Is it going to be the silver one? Is it going to be the white one?
White one.
The white one?
Yeah.
There's a white one with the wrong color interior, but you're going to get a black interior no matter what, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pearl white too. This is the same as that.
Which one is?
Is it this one?
Yeah.
The same as that one?
Yeah, this one has that same color, but it's $450 more for the paint. Special color is $425. So there's what we're looking at. EPA is 38 on the highway. The retail price is right there.
So this is the same car as that one.
21,679 smackaroonies.
Yeah, the interior is the only thing that's different. If you don't like the interior of this one.
Yeah, right. Cool. So, the real contestants are silver and white. Now these guys are saying no dealer handling, which is almost $600 now. And they're both within $200 of anybody else's price. So whatever that means. Now this one just has classic silver. It doesn't have that expensive paint job. So it is $21,254. All the same stats. Cool. This may be the winner here. This is white with a black interior, but it has that special color of $425. This one is $21,679.
Same features as the previous one we spoke about. And then it's a VVTi engine, so it's breathes better in the mountains compared to other vehicles. It's a variable valve timing intelligence engine. Timing chain, not a belt, so not as much dramatic 20,000 mile maintenance. 2.0 engine now compared to the 1.8 it was before.
It's a what size of engine?
A 2.0 compared to the 1.8 it was.
Oh, cool. Now, what's the difference on a 2021? What's impressive about it?
Nothing really. I don't think there's anything different.
No change?
Not really anything.
It says
Okay,
Apple
that's good.
CarPlay and Android Play. Only tech packages might have changed, but overall, no big deal because they changed dramatically in 2020.
Yeah. What's the maintenance packet? Don't they have like a year?
They have a 2-year, 25,000 mile maintenance package where oil changes, timing, or oil changes.
That's standard with it, is it? That's the standard.
Yeah, you can go to 400 locations in the U.S. or 100 in Canada, kind of thing.
What's the factory warranty, bumper to bumper?
It's a 3-year, 36, 5-year, 60 powertrain.
Okay, drivetrain's longer. That's the other one.
Corolla's coming with over 200,000 miles on a frequent basis. So they are the number one so far in the world because they've been around for like over 50 years.
Yeah, the Corolla was the first, I think, the first Toyota car to come over.
Yeah,
It was the Corolla.
Yeah, they've been around forever. They're sold and everywhere. So I travel a lot of the world and I see a lot of these Corollas in different countries and everything. So
Is this place related to the O'Meras? Because that used to be United States Trucks, was one of the O'Mara brothers. Is that part of this deal?
we're Sonic Automotive.
Okay.
Our parent company.
Okay.
So, but yeah, overall very solid. The vehicle's got these little marks that are vortex generators, reduce wind noise from the outside, so now it's a quieter ride compared to.
I know that's really quiet.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty smooth and quiet.
Does it have 4G or does it have Wi-Fi? You don't.
No, it's like Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay, everything. You can download
Okay.
a bunch of apps on here, like Alexa and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You just gotta Google it and see what apps work with you, and then put it on here.
Right.
So, but overall, a lot of curves going on with the vehicle that weren't there before to make it look a little fancier, a little more Lexus-y. So,
Yeah, I definitely noticed it.
but overall, just most reliable Toyota, like just point A, point B kind of car. So you can take it for a spin and see how it drives. Here's the key.
So do you guys have that thing where they send out the survey in a month or two? Is that part of it? You know, I need CSI, Chevy called me. I'll have a customer service index. You guys have any kind of a thing like that at all?
We do. You will get a survey. If you decide to buy the vehicle, you get a survey stating how your experience was. That is very true.
Well, that's cool.
So I would take your license,
Okay.
and I'll go out to get a plate real quick, and then you can take this for a spin.
Cool. Now, where can she drive? She doesn't want to drive on the freeway. Where can she drive that's pretty simple? Or just drive around your lot a few thousand times, or whatever you want to do, Symphony? Or is there an easier place to drive?
Denver, driving scares.
Yeah.
The loop is pretty good, though. You just jump on 36 and get off of Broadway. If you do not want to do that, you can just take a right here at Broadway, drive straight down to like the gas station on the right.
Excited?
I'm scared.
Okay. Wait a minute. Grandpa's got to get a seatbelt on. I'm starting to get scared, too.
I was trying to get.
Ouch. Gosh, dang. My head hit the ceiling.
Scaring me. I don't know. Grandpa's scaring me.
Well, I hit my head. I was scared, too.
Is that what you wanted?
I don't know. I just wanted to.
Does it have XM radio?
I don't know.
Well, look at the
I don't
radio,
like
the menu button or something.
I don't know.
We got 2 hours before they kick us out.
About down payment, right?
Right. Don't talk about that at all. Okay, Symphony, are you getting a little anxious?
I am. There's a lot of emotions coming through. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear.
Well, did you drove it? Did you like the test drive?
Oh yes, we loved the test drive. We
So that
loved the
CV
car.
transmission is wonderful. It's
beautiful.
Because I was watching on the tack shift, but I couldn't feel the car shift. I could see
wasn't that-
the
I
tack.
couldn't
It's very
feel it.
smooth. Yeah,
It was
very
very
smooth. Yeah.
We loved
So which
Wow,
one
so-
did
so
we,
you
are we
18?
at here?
it. No, we're 21.
You are? No, you're kidding me. Are you really?
Yes.
Is she
I
really
couldn't test
21?
drive the car.
You're 21?
Yeah, you have to be
I kept
21
thinking
to
you
test
were.
drive a car.
No, you
silly
don't.
goose.
Who told you
Yes,
that?
You do.
She can legally.
You really
She
can.
I
can
thought you could do it
legally
18. I
drink.
bought my first car when I was 16.
Oh, I think they changed the laws because I'm pretty sure you can't even test drive a car until you're 21.
No, it
I sold
says
cars.
that-
I sold cars to 18-year-olds when I was selling them.
No, no,
I don't
there's no
know.
rule on
Oh, I really
test
thought there
driving.
was.
You
No,
could have
no.
test drive with your pickup when like.
You can vote when you're 18, can't you? You can vote and you can drink. You can do anything. We probably can't drink in the break.
Those are those things you never know until you cross, right?
You can join the military, but you can't drink.
Wow, that's kind of wild. That's a wicked rule.
You want me to go take a picture of it? Seriously?
Yeah, but can you do it with my phone?
And then go take a picture of that gray one. Make sure she's making the right color decision.
You go out there, Dad.
We're
Well,
scared. We're adulting.
But you
We're
know,
adulting.
the common thing we got to find out is if he's told us 3 times he's going to give us that bottom line price, we haven't got it yet. So if he doesn't do it this time, simply he's going to go berserk on him. Going to go ape shoot on him. Ape shoot? What's ape shoot? Okay, here we go. His turn. Okay, now get excited. Isn't this cool? We're in the finance office. This is so cool. Symphony's buying her very first car. So how did it work out? You able to get on your own? Just with you on it, Symphony?
I don't know yet. I shouldn't have to have. Do you know yet if I need to have a co-signer?
I'm gonna submit it over here in a second.
Okay.
Once we get everything figured out on there, then we'll send it in for you. Now, Symphony, you've seen the Toyota commercials, right? You gotta jump up in the air and go, yeah, your hands in the air.
We'll do that outside of the
Oh,
car.
okay.
We gotta take pictures with the car.
Okay. Okay, so let's go over real quick just here over your coverage. So what's covered on the vehicle, what's not covered on the vehicle, and what's available for you. The new car, you do get 2 years or 25,000 miles, complimentary maintenance, so tire rotations, fluid checks. Symphony, you gotta jump up and down, put your hands in your toy. I love Toyota. Oh, Toyota, what a feeling. Oh, Toyota. Cool. So you excited? You happy?
Sure.
This is your first new car. Actually, your first car. It's only yours. Nobody else has this car. Just you.
Just me. I'm frightened though. I'll tell you what. I'm frightened.
No, don't worry about it. You're fine. You got insurance. You got everything. Now, do you have an insurance thing that you put in her car?
I put all my stuff in my car.
But is your
And
did
then-
you have did you have a copy of the insurance?
No, not yet. He'll have to get that.
He emailed it to me.
Dad, will you take a picture on
Well,
my
can you email it to
Will you
her?
take a picture picture on my
Yeah,
phone?
I'll have to.
Yeah, email it to her so that it's on her
I want
phone.
someone
If she
to
gets
hold
pulled
this.
over, they'll want to see insurance.
I want you to take a picture on my phone.
Wait a minute, look at that smile. Look at that
Wait,
smile.
I gotta
I
take
gotta
a-
get
I
that
gotta
smile.
Oh wait, I gotta get the picture with like my keys like this.
Okay. Oh, wow. So cool. Symphony's first car, and it's brand new, and it's a Toyota.
Okay, you gotta get a picture on my phone. Can you hold this, Grandpa?
Yeah.
And then I'll put.
Okay. This is so cool. Dad, are you excited for Symphony? Her first new car, first car.
Should I
Vinny.
take it sideways like this?
Like, hold on.
Look at
And this is Mountain States Toyota with Patrick.